Hey, it's Mark Anthony here with Nick Cree. Nick, it's really good to see you again, mate. It's been a while. We don't really catch up much these days, do we?
No, that's right. It's been sort of a wee while, hasn't it?
It has, mate. It really has. And that's why I'm very grateful that we can work together on this project. So today, what we're going to be revealing really is something that business owners really do need. And it's something very special that you and I have put together. I should say mostly you. We've worked on adding some really good value points at the end. So Nick, what I'd really like is if you could briefly take us through what we're going to be doing and what we're going to be revealing to everyone, because as I understand it, this is something that you have never, ever done before. Is that true?
Yeah, absolutely. That is true, Mark. So what we're going to do is to show people how to access every secret system that most virtual agencies around the world utilize to hire extraordinary virtual assistants, and to do that at the perfect rates, keep them long term, and sort of keep them loyal as well too. Plus, we're going to literally give away $2,468 of real usable bonus material that absolutely saves time, it saves money, and delivers a special training for your VA when you've hired them at no cost to you. And it's going to be available to anyone who wants it, but only for the next 5 days. So, Mark, I'm going to hand over to you now just to take us through how it works and how people can get it before we end it.
Sure, mate, that's not a problem. So you and I were talking just last week about a very specific problem that business owners are facing. And they're having to look at growing their business and adding a new staff member, or more specifically, hiring a VA or a virtual assistant. Now, as a business owner, you may be looking to do this sometime soon, maybe right now, or somewhere down the track. But if you are a business owner and you know that you're going to need a VA at some point, then what you're about to see today is 100% for you, because it's going to save you time and a stack load of money, whether it's now or in the future. So here's what this is. So what's included in the course? So just in the course itself, before any of the bonuses, just a brief rundown is basically there's the getting started guide with a VA. This goes through what you need to do to get started once you're on board. Module 2 is the preparation, so organising tasks and roles for using screenshots and systems to automate the process. So when you've got a VA, I mean, we've had VAs for about probably close to almost 10 years now, and there's certain processes you learn. Unfortunately, I had to learn them the hard way to make your role or your job a lot easier when you're in communication, and make the comprehension of what you want a lot easier to understand. So there's a couple of really good things you got in there. Recruiting and hiring, some really important points in here before you get started to make sure that it's done the right way. Otherwise, you're going to spend way too much money on agencies if you're going through there, or a lot of lag time when you're going out and trying to do it yourself. So there's a lot of good things there that really help. Onboarding and training, very important process. And number 5, apps, tools, and softwares that you can use to make the whole process even easier again. Template library. This is really interesting, because when you're sending out job ads or emails, the things that you want them to post for you, they're gonna, if you got the right templates, it makes things so much easier. Now, back in the day, I've had to go and put my own templates together, and they take a long time. And people don't realize if you've got a good template that works, it saves you a lot of time. It gets the task done, the job executed almost to perfection every time. And it's so fast. It makes things a lot quicker. There's also a lot of support here. So Nick's always around to help anyone in need at any time. He's really good like that. Module 8 is case studies, so you can learn from as well. So you can actually listen to other people that have used this system. Number 9, module 9, I'm just giving you a very brief run through here. So is course, pre-course training, comes in really handy for prepping and hiring a VA. And again, if you've already got a VA, there's a lot of things in here that you can use to fine tune already what you're doing and make things work faster and better. And the last module is some live webinars, which are coming really handy, so you can go through and learn some more in-depth things as we go along. Now, so I've mentioned who's this for. I'm going to very briefly say it again, is if you're looking for a VA, either now or in the future, then this is definitely for you. If you already have a VA, you'd like some additional training for them, then this is also for you. Let me go through why and how comes. So what we've got here is something really special to help you guys even further. And between Nick and myself is we've put together a couple of bonuses that we actually do sell separately. and we're giving them to you for literally for free as part of the package. You might say we're trying to sweeten the deal, so to speak. So let me just quickly run through what these are. So the first one is a mini course for virtual assistants, all about hiring VAs and so on. And it's a really good place to start even before you get into the main course. So there's some really good value in there with 5 videos and a step-by-step training course that Nick did, I think it was early this year. Correct me if I'm wrong there, Nick, but it was either early this year or was it later last year? Anyway, it doesn't really matter. So that's also as part of the package we're including as well for free. It normally sells for $497. What also is included here is 2 really big things here I'm going to go through next. So the first one is the WordPress training guide, which is valued at $997 and sells for that price. Where this would come in handy for you is simply this. If you have a VA or looking at hiring a VA that does or is going to work on your WordPress website, they may require training. They may not be specifically just a WordPress developer, but they might have some understanding of website building. This is the perfect add-on because all you need to do is give them access to this. They can log in and train themselves. There's specific modules in there that cover every single topic on WordPress development and exactly what they need to do from where to go. Comes in very handy if you're looking to hire someone who's a bit more of an all-rounder as opposed to hiring specifically a WordPress developer. So that's where that helps. Now, the next one is a product that my business partner and I actually own. We sell this to people on contracts usually for $250 a month for a minimum of 1 year. However, you can access this for 30 days for free. And basically what it does is this, and it's really cool and works extremely well. So it helps bring in a whole lot more 5-star reviews for your business. And that's important because they're like testimonials. And let's face facts is if I'm trying to tell you how good we are at what we do, but you're the potential customer, well, of course I'm going to be saying that. And it's harder to believe. But when you hear customer after customer after customer after customer telling you how much of a good job we did, it's so much more believable. So that's one thing, but it's very unique in a couple of areas and what it does. So basically what happens is if you were to have a review system come in, and we do the same thing is we basically send, or the system automatically sends when you tell it to, an email to your entire database asking for a review. But what it does, it's very clever, is it's extremely well thought out and very well planned, very well researched, and very much tested. The messages that go out are very polite, very courteous, and it prompts people to want to leave you reviews. And you've probably been down this path. You've asked for a review, and people said, yes, they'll do it, but they never really got around to it. This system really increases that quite a staggering amount. It's really clever. But the other thing it does that really helps you a lot is if someone ever leaves a bad review, let's say it's inevitable because everyone, no matter how good you are, what you try and do to help your customer, someone's just not going to be happy. The problem is if that review goes live, then it's there for all the world to see. What this system does is allows them to write that review. When they finish, click finish, it doesn't give them an option to post it on Facebook or on Google or anything like that. They just think they're finished with it. And people are going to read their review because they're not happy with what you provided them. But what the system does then is it sends you an email, gives you an alert to say, hey, someone here's not too happy with your service, probably a good idea to reach out to them and see if you can polish that up somehow. Now, you may not want to do that. I always recommend that you do because I don't like to have one unhappy customer. So what I suggest you do is reach out to them and say, hey, I noticed you only gave us a 3 or a 2-star review on that. Obviously, you weren't happy. How can we make this right? Once you make it right, then you ask them if they'd mind changing their opinion about you in the review. And that's when they get an option to post it to Google or to Facebook. So it works really, really well. We're finding a lot of tradespeople in particular find this extremely valuable. And you can also take a lot of those reviews, give a little snippet of code to your WordPress developer, to your website developer, and they can then post that anywhere on your site you want or on every page. Because let's face it, like I said before, the more positive reviews you have, the much better people will like and trust you up front and then hire you. So if you've got more of these than your competitors, chances are they'll actually hire you first. Now, we've noticed a very, very big difference in people's businesses with just using this alone, especially for small business. They can't afford other items or other advertising platforms. This has worked out really well for them. So you get that for 30 days for free. If you decide after that you want to continue, then the system will ask you and you can just automatically let it know. It's very simple. So also you're getting 2 other things here which are really interesting. The Training with Experts series valued at $497. So what's happening here is Nick has interviewed and spoken with specific experts in specific fields of what they do, and you get some really good insights if that particular interview pertains to what you're doing in business. Really help you out a lot. So those sorts of things are pretty much icing on the cake, absolute gold. And I've actually started my learning probably about 18 years ago by listening to experts, and it really does make a difference. The last one here is also a very good one for your VA. So it's a private Facebook group just for virtual assistants. Why is that important? How will that help your VA? And why can't you get access to that? You don't need access to it, because what it is specifically for your VA. So if they have a challenge or a problem or something they're not sure how to do for you, they can then go into the Facebook group and basically ask for help from other VAs who have been in their shoes before, and how do they get around it. And this is really a good support system for your virtual assistant and for you, even though you don't go in there, because when you don't want to spend the time trying to train your virtual assistant. This is all about training them without you having to be there. So there's a whole lot of training in this course, as well as the main course, and also in the private Facebook group, that helps train the VA so you don't have to. So I hope that all makes sense. So down here we have a number of people who are using Nick's course for their VAs. And these are people who are using it very successfully, even without all the bonuses. So there is quite a lot in there, guys. So really it's going to come down to this: is it's $997 today, or if you want to make a payment plan, you click on this button here and you can just make a payment of $367 now, and 2 more payments like that over the following 2 months. So if it makes it a little easier to make those payments over time, over 3 months, then that can help you there. So here it is. It's $997 once if you click this button here, or if you want to make the installments over 3 months, just simply click this button here. Now, guys, please understand this countdown timer. Once it hits 0, that is it. We will be pulling this off the market. You could still buy it, but you won't get all the bonuses and everything else that comes along with it as well. So look, guys, take advantage of it if you have a VA or looking to get a VA. This will save you a lot of time, a lot of money. It's the exact blueprint and systems and, dare I say, secrets that some of the top agencies use around the world to acquire a high-end VA for you at the right prices. The good thing about this is, and one of the big advantages too, is once you know these systems, if, for example, you ever want to hire a new VA, or you decide you want to let someone go and get another one, then you already know what to do. You already have the system there. You don't need to go and hire a new agency to do all that part for you, which can sometimes cost, $1,000, $2,000, or even up to $3,000 just to hire one VA. And if they don't turn out to be the right person or the right VA for you, then you've got to go through that process again. With this, you don't have to, because you have the exact blueprint. So guys, if you like it, you can see the value in this, go in and grab it today before the time hits 0. And we really look forward to seeing you guys on the inside here. So Nick, look, thank you so much for having me here today and allowing me to, I guess, present what we've put together for everyone. I really do appreciate that.
Yeah, look, my absolute pleasure, Mark. And like I said, I've only put this together because it's something that I know that business owners really need and they really want it. And it comes up a lot when I'm talking and chatting with business owners.
Okay, so just in ending, we will put a link to this video, to the offer somewhere in the description of this video. If it's on Facebook, it's on YouTube, just look in the description. At the same time, I will put a link to it up here in the video as well. So if you want to just type it out from there. That's pretty much all for now. Thanks once again, everyone. And I look forward to seeing you guys on the inside.